the fact that we're seeing so much growth in this industry right now excites me. I know it excites you. I know it excites XOI, and we're all excited to push this industry forward together.
Absolutely. Let's go to work. I think in the service industry, there's this overwhelming compulsion to communicate and articulate everything that you're doing as good as you possibly can, but that can only go so far with the written word, right? So the next step, the next evolution is obviously to bring in video to stuff like that. So I know that we've been seeing a ton of that across the industry. XOI is a good example of that, and how they're leveraging, their technology so our end users and our customers can see through the eyes of a technician and hear through the ears of a technician to bridge that communication gap.
With XOI, with repairs, there's clear ROI with these platforms that service companies are realizing. Small business, large, mid-market, whatever it may be. There's another layer of that. There's the ROI, there's the growth component, but there's also the recruiting component. When you're looking to recruit, technicians for your company, the strategy of, okay, how am I recruiting the next level of technicians that are coming to the industry?
Any service company out there knows how important recruitment is, especially now. And then there's the other side of it that we haven't even touched on yet, which is the data, right? And because it piggybacks off of the recruitment, because at the end of the day, people are going to want to see more and more data because they can leverage it. I'm not talking about just executives. I'm talking about the technicians in the field, being able to see KPIs, being able to know that any data that they collect is being used in a manner that can better the company and create more success for themselves and their team, right? Which is another reason why I love XOI and their insights, right? And I don't know how familiar people are out there with the insights function of XOI, but it is starting to compile all of this data, models, serial numbers, age of units, to be able to recommend PMs, to be able to determine end-of-life opportunities, and create an ecosystem inside of a service company to be proactive and also profitable.
Absolutely.
It's just amazing, not only for the company, but for the technicians as well.
With a combination of a core field service software as the system of record and a system like XOI, those two combinations are extremely powerful together. Because at the end of the day, when we look at data is king. But then there's that element of how do you deal with that data and understanding, okay, what is that next step action item that can actually be realized from that data?
Yeah.
And so for us at repairs, that's huge for us at repairs, that next step of the action items behind that data.
That's exactly right. What does it mean? What does it mean? That's what my team is always challenging ourselves with, right? But that's great data. That's a great trend. That's a great graph. That's a great table. But what does it mean? What can we do with that information, right? And that's the way that we're trending as an industry. And man, I'll tell you, it is exciting not only to see it, but to be a part of it.
It is really exciting.